ultimately ended up going. I got a degree in theology, right? And later on, I became a pastor at this church. And in a way, I ain't gonna lie, I was so full of myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you get in there, you're making an impact on people, and it makes you feel good for all the right reasons. But then you kind of let it get to your head. Right. Well, I was going through a really rough time in my life. 6 months into that role as a pastor, like everything was just falling apart. But I had to get my butt up every day and help encourage other people. And so I was feeling sorry for myself, like pity party. And then they told me I had to visit this old lady who used to be the pianist at the church, who was dying of cancer, right? She was at the hospice center. And I'm like, man, what good am I to her? You know what I mean? Right. But it's my job to go in there and talk to her, and I got to be a person of, strong, good moral character that represents faith. And so I walked into that little room, and there was a chair sitting in the front, right? And it was for me. And I looked at the people, I was like, is that for me to sit in? It was interesting because when you go to school to study theology, they teach you how to, understand the Bible and, break down the historical culture, literary context. Now, they don't really teach you how to be in situations like that. So I'm sitting in front of that chair, and I'm like, I'm thinking all these deep philosophical, theological talks. What can I tell this woman? How can I answer her questions? She's gonna ask me some really deep stuff, and I gotta be able to answer. Bro, I'm sitting there, bro. Inside, I'm dying, but she's in a good mood. She's smiling. At this point, she's like 3 weeks out from dying, because she died 3 weeks later. But she's in such a good mood. Like, she's smiling, she's laughing, and I'm like, man, why is she so happy? I mean, I finally looked at her and I said, ma'am, can I ask you a question? She's like, yes. I go, you just seem so happy. It's not the drugs or anything, is it?
Yeah, like, give me some of that morphine.
Because give me some of that. Give me some of that. Nah, but she's like, young man, I've been knowing Jesus most of my life, and I just can't wait to meet him. Man. And that just hit me like because there I am feeling sorry for myself. They brought me in there to help bring her joy, and she brought me joy.